Hello people of the internet, welcome back to Rossoneri Worldwide. My name is Emil Antonio and I am here today to bring you the latest AC Milan news and rumors. And the first rumor today is according to Goal.com. Berlusconi is ready to give up power to someone else. According to Goal.com, Silvio Berlusconi is ready to hand the power or sell the club on to impossible investors like the Chinese, for example. But the problem with this, as I saw the report, I read that he would be willing to sell 70%, which would mean that Berlusconi still actually had the power in Milan, which is something that the Chinese don't really want to. It was reported some weeks ago that the Chinese did not want Berlusconi to have power at all, but he wants to have 30% power over Milan. Uh, they would like to keep him as an honorary president, but he would not prefer that. So if it's going to be an arrangement, I don't really know. I don't. Given how Milan or Berlusconi rather handles business like this, I would not see him selling Milan this year. Of course, as a Milanista, I would love to see it happen. I don't want Berlusconi to have the club anymore. I want somebody new. Is the Chinese the right ones? Only if they buy us, only time will tell. We don't know anything yet if that's going to secure us. Because even though they can buy us, are they going to bring in the right players, the right manager? Of course, that has a lot to say, and not even the players always has to say. For example, uh, Villarreal. Villarreal. Their manager got a crap team and just made it damn good. Not by like signing players for 20 million. Bertolacci. Um, I have allergy against bad players, but yeah, you need the right manager to do something, and will they do it? Hopefully. Which brings us to the next news, which are Madrid is eyeing Emery, which was linked to Milan a couple of weeks ago because he's a good manager, as you know. Won the Europa League 3 times in a row now. He's a really good manager, actually. But if I would choose between which club, Madrid and Milan, would gonna get him, I'd probably say Milan, because why would Madrid got Emery when they have Zidane? He's doing really well for himself, and they don't really need to replace him. So I don't really see too much in this. I just wanted to mention it so you were aware that Real is eyeing him, at least according to Gazzetta World, because I can't read Italian, so I can't go to Dello Sport. In other news, Rullit admits that he would love to be Milan manager or coach, but he admits that he was never actually contacted by the club in any regards to becoming or having a role at Milan, like a coach or something. And obviously he spent some good years at Milan, won won trophies with us, had some brilliant player around him. They were Milan was so good back then. Fortunately, I wasn't allowed to see it, but maybe it comes soon. Maybe the Chinese will get a new Hullet or something. I don't know. But yeah, honestly, I don't want him as a coach as a manager at all. But like, as a coach, like a youth coach or just a coach like training the Milan first team, which some of them really need training from a good player like Gullit. A lot of them actually need that. So yeah, honestly, I wouldn't like him as a manager, but as a coach, he could come in. But that all depends on Berlusconi or the possible new investors, if that's the Chinese or a Russian or I don't know, Qatari prince comes in, or I don't know. I don't care as long as it's not Berlusconi or Galliani. But on to the next news. Milan are actually still continuing their chase for Zlatan Ibrahimovic, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, I mean. Even though he, in an interview, hinted to going to United when he was asked about United inquiring about him, he made a cheeky smile and said, let's see, or something, I don't remember, but it was something really cheeky which pointed to him going to Manchester United, but Milan is apparently keeping up the chase to try to get him. As you all know, he spent some brilliant years, 2 years I think it was, I don't remember, 3, I don't know, at Milan. He was a good striker, really good striker, and then he got sold on to PSG. And I would really love to have Zlatan Ibrahimovic back, but he won't solve all our problems, because he will of course give brilliant support to Carlos Bacca if he stays, because Bacca, as we all have seen this season, isn't a player who can create for himself. He needs somebody in that role who can help him create stuff, and if there's somebody that doesn't need a brilliant midfield to create something, it's definitely Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's just a brilliant technical player who knows how to do absolutely everything and kick the ball. When it's like 2 meters over his head, he just takes and jumps up and kick it in the air. I don't know. He is just an amazing player, so I would love to see him back in Milan. But only time will tell. It's going to happen. And the final news today is about players that are coming back from loan from their respective clubs right now, coming back to Milan, in particularly Suso. Suso has been brilliant with Genoa. He has stated that he would like to stay there at least one more season. If that's a loan or permanent, we have to see. But I don't know what Milan is going to do with him, because I've seen so much of this Milan bullshit transfer policy thing. I don't know what they call it, but where, for example, Saponara, which was a good player for Empoli, got sold on, and just see how good he was at Empoli this season. At least in the beginning. I don't know if he fell off or something, but he still is a really good player. And Suso, you see so many players struggle at Milan and then they just go to loan because they get a better coach or a better teammate, and he just be so good. You see Suso, El Sharawi, Saponara of course was as I mentioned, but he got sold on, and it's not something I enjoy at all. I really would love to see Suso stay at Milan and hopefully become really good. The same with El Sharawi, of course, but of course they want to do what's best for their career, and right now staying at Milan isn't the best option at all, especially with cunts like Montolivo in the midfield. And yeah, to wrap it up, this episode today, I would like to talk about Antonelli and De Sciglio, because and of Leonel Vagnoli, I think his name is. I wasn't actually going to talk about him, but when I mentioned it, I remember that we have actually signed a left back on a free from River Plate, an Argentinian, at least according to absolutely everyone. I haven't seen anything official yet on Milan's Facebook or something, but I don't know, maybe they're just really slow. But at least we have signed a left back, which we really needed, because I'm not saying we need to replace Antonelli, but Antonelli is a brilliant player. But the problem is that piece of shit bad player that we have as a reserve for him, which is called Mattia De Sciglio. He's not a left back. We obviously see that. He's a right back. I think if he gets to play back in the right back position and gets a little bit more time to play, I think it would be good again. I think Mattia De Sciglio can develop to a really good player, but right now I don't think he's going to do anything, because he's not a left back at all. You can see that he just, as soon as he became left back, the left back position just struggled, and he's not naturally fit for that position. So the Lionel comes in. I really really like the news of that. I don't really know about much about him personally, but I have been asking a lot around, and a lot of people that actually know him, or not know him, but have watched him, says he's a really good player, especially going forward and technical and can play left mid. But the problem, they say, is his crossers are horrendous, kind of like the Giglio's. But yeah, he's good at long shots at least, something the Giglio, as we've seen, is not. So that will wrap it off today. This was a really long episode. Hopefully they won't be as long in the future and just short with lots of news and lots of stuff to cover. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Hopefully subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends, and see you later. Forza Milan.